Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw 11 Season 1. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out and talk and entertain you and have a good time, you can look in the description of the video and you will see a link you can click on that will take you directly to the Sharpie portion of the video. There's also one for color too. So for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, and then we'll use the Sharpies. But I just have to get this down first. And I think I'm going to have her in the angry 11 pose, you know, which is, you know, face down, head down, angry at whoever she's going to destroy. And let's see, and we'll do that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know why it's taking me so long to say that. I got a lot of sketches here, so I'll end up erasing some of this stuff because I'm going to want the Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil sketch. So just bear with me. Okay. All right, let's see. There's a few lines I got to make sure I get right here because that's what defines and makes this whole thing look right, right? Let's see. And this I have to be careful with because again, I'm going to be erasing a lot of stuff, so I have to make sure I don't erase too much, you know? This is a very specific look to her. And also like the blood coming out of her nose, like when she's you know, being telekinetic. I'll do that with color. So we're not gonna do that here. Okay. I gotta be real careful here, just because, like I said, I wanna do this right, and I want to make it look cool. And I think what I'm going to do too is I'm going to do all seasons of her. But the trick is not to do her too much. But the trick is she's got a bunch of different cool looks. Like I also like when she was in the suit, like the underwater tank suit. You know, like that look. That it almost looks like a straitjacket look. You know, that's really cool as well. So as much as I would like to do that, I don't want to keep drawing her over and over again. Well, I mean, I do, but I got to switch it up. And so also, this is a good way for me to switch it up because I have been doing, what's it called? Fortnite. There's so many Fortnite characters. It's been taking all my time that I want to switch it up. I want to do something different, you know? So I'm trying to break away from it for a little while. So this is nice to be able to do something a little different. So that's kind of what this is the start of you know, breaking away from Fortnite with different characters, because that's what I intended to do with this channel, was to do different stuff, not just Fortnite, you know. So I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Let's see, in this one, ooh, you know what we can do with this hand? Let's bring this one up a little bit let's see, let's try to, how can I do this hand? Ooh, don't go too big, don't go too big. That's my other problem too, is I always draw way too big when I draw the hands because I get super excited and I start adding all this detail, or I start making them big and exaggerated, and it doesn't need to have that much detail in it, you know? Or it doesn't need to be that big. So I'm trying to keep it in perspective. Let's see, how about something like that? Let's see, I got too much pencil lines in here. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going with this. So I'm trying to get us there. I know where I want to go. I'm looking for the direction to drive us there. Does that make sense? Something like that. Let's see, the lines are coming down here like this. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Okay, that's not too bad. You know, it's a little bigger than I anticipated, but I can make it work. Yeah. Okay, so let me finish up her legs real fast. See, her knees about right there. Then her grungy little socks. Let's see, I got her at an angle. How about we draw those Converse, those Chucks. Something like that. Let's see, in this one, there's her knee. We'll drop this sock down a little bit. A little loose, little hanging down a little bit more. All right. Something like that. Okay, not too bad. I say we get started. So I'm going to erase some of these lines because, again, I get crazy with the pencil and it's exciting, you know. But I don't want these pencil lines to stand out over the Sharpie. So I've got to erase some of this just to hide so many lines, and then I can make it work with the Sharpie. Okay, so welcome to Sharpie Town. Glad to see you here. Glad you could join us. So I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, and mostly the fine point, but the Sharpie pen is for the finer details that I can't control with the big Sharpie pen. So, like the eyes or the face. That's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do the face, and then we'll work on the other stuff, okay? And so here I'm going to do the eyes just to see if I've got them in the right place where I want to put them. So I'm going to do the top brow like this, the other brow like that, or the lid, I'm sorry, not the brow, the lid. The brow is going to be kind of like that. Okay, she's got kind of the angry eyes, you know? So I'll do that. And so now I'm going to draw the pupils, or the retinas, I guess. And see if I got them about in the right spot. So here, let's add some pupils. I think this is right. It's looking good to me. So let's see if I can add in the black part. If you can, great. If not, I get it. Because yeah, sometimes this is kind of small, you know, and we can't add all that in. That's why I can only do so much here, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna do the bottom lid. Like that. And normally I don't, because see how that just got all clogged up? Normally I don't, because it's hard. I don't know if I like that. So let's keep going to see if we can make this work, but sometimes it gets too clogged up like that because it's so tiny and it doesn't look good at all. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to draw her nose like this. Just add a few little dots and lines, and then I'm going to draw her mouth. She's a little angry, so no smile here. So let's draw the top lip, and then the bottom, bring that in, and let's see. Let's draw the chin like this. All right, so now I'm going to bring it up to the rest of her face here. So I'm going to come up here like this. Draw those cheeks, and I'm going to start to thicken these lines up too, because like I said, I'm about to switch over to the big fat Sharpie for the rest of it, and it's going to get really super thick. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, draw about to the hairline. I'm just going to bring it down and connect it over here. Oops, I'm going to thicken that up like I said. Uh-oh. That was too much of a thickness, but that's okay. We're going to let it go. Don't worry about it. I'm going to follow this line to a hairline. Something like this, just to give it, you know, my own look, my own style, for that that buzz cut look, you know, just a little something like that. And so now I'm going to draw the rest of it. So I'm going to draw her ears like this. And again, I'm going to start to thicken these lines up to match what's about to happen. And I'm only doing that because I am used to these Sharpies and I know what's going to happen. I know how thick it's going to get. So I'm going to just kind of match what's about to happen. Alrighty. If it works, because this Sharpie is dying on me. Okay, and so now I can draw her hair, and I think I can switch over to the other Sharpie now, because this is not as necessary to get with the fine Sharpie. But you know what I will do? I will add a little bit of technique. What I'm going to do by that is I'm going to draw the top of her hair like this, and I'm just going to add like this. Just a couple of lines, just to show that buzz cut, you know, that it's not perfect. Something like that, you know, to show that her hair is cut short. Now here's the trick, is trying to thicken it up like I was talking about for the rest of it. So I'm going to go on the inside because I like where I went with that. See if I can thicken the inside up so I don't mess up those lines, those points that I did, because I liked what I did there. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to switch over to the fat Sharpie, the Sharpie Fine Point, for the rest of it. And so I'm going to finish up her neck into her collar here. And so let's draw a little bit of a neck like this. And so I can draw the collar coming around like this. And I'm going to draw her jacket before I do the rest of that collar, just because that's a guiding point into start-stop points. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way down here to where her jacket's going to end, and I've got it kind of flared out a little bit like that. Same thing over here. This side kind of flies out like this. So I've dramatically, artistically, like taken it to excitement, like it's flying out, you know, action is what I'm doing, you know. So here, let's do the collar like I was talking about. Let's just do this. And that'll give us those edges. So now I'm going to do her jacket edge. So I'm going to do her collar like this. Bring that in like that. Same thing here. Gonna kind of go out to a point like this. And it's just because, again, just dramatically flared out, you know? So, same thing, I'm going to draw just some creases and folds because her jacket is all creased and folded from it being all bent up and too big for her, you know? So I'm going to draw her shoulder like this, down to her wrist, like that. And I'm going to draw, it's got like a little flared in little look to it, like this, something like that, you know, just to make it our own, just to make it unique. And again, I'm just drawing just some fun stuff on her jacket, just because there's folds, you know, just because I can. Let's go ahead and draw her hand, and I just got a fist over here on this side, so we're gonna just draw her hand out like this to her knuckle, draw her thumb out like this, and she's got her hand in a fist like that. Make sense? Awesome. Okay, so let's see, let's do this side over here. So I'm gonna draw her jacket like this, and I'm gonna stop right there because that's where her dress is gonna be. You know what, let's just draw the dress. That'll give you guides as to where we're gonna go. So let's just draw the dress down. So I'm just gonna basically just do the edge of a dress. I'm gonna kind of stick that edge out a little bit like that. And we're gonna draw a few lines, but not too much, because again, I want color to take care of a lot of this, you know? Like that, okay? Because it's got like this little pleated skirt part. And I'm just gonna do a few of these just to accent with this thinner Sharpie like that, just to give it something, okay? And then again, I want color to take care of the rest, because all that will be fun to do with some color. But that'll give us some stop points. So let's do our hand over here. So the same thing with her jacket. It's just gonna kind of have some creases and folds. I'm gonna do this right here, because I'm gonna do like that side, like that. I'm gonna do a bunch of little, it's like this what do you call it? Elastic edge here is what that is, and that's why it's all in on her hand. So okay, so her hand I have a little different. I'm going to do something kind of like this. That's kind of hard to show you, but bear with me here. So I'm going to do her thumb like this to her first finger, like this. Then her middle finger is out like this. Her ring finger like that. And then her pinky I got kind of bent in, so it's just something to do, something different, you know? Something that's actioned. So it's a little off, you know, just because it's hard to do with Sharpies, but it's something a little more fun to do than just a regular hand. Okay, and I'm gonna try to fix some of this too. Might as well, right? That'll work. That's fine. Okay, so let's do her legs here. And so her leg, same thing. I'm just going to draw her socks. And so there's her leg. Then I'll stop right there for the sock. Same thing. And then come down here and stop on that side for the sock. Do it over. And then she's got those high top chucks. So I'm going to come in like that. Come draw the side. We'll draw it over so you know where I am. And draw the front like that. Like this. And so we'll just draw like that. We won't do all the laces and stuff because we can do that with color. There's just almost like too much to do, you know? So, and then the strands in her socks I'd rather do with color too. So here we're going to do the other side of her leg. We're going to do the knee down to, and I got the sock hanging a little bit lower here. So I'm going to do something like this. It's a little, it's loose. It's falling down, you know. And so now I'm going to do her chucks like this. Then just do the bottom. And then we'll add the top here, bottom like that, the little cycle. And again, I'll just kind of do like that for the laces, and we can come back and do something later for that with color. Okay, so yeah, so I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is 11, season 1. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.